you getting to know me a little bit better. And in true Fresher style, I'm going to get you all to guess my degree. And I know it's going to be a hard one, so I've got some help. I've actually got a prop. I know, it's pretty cool. This is a letter that I wrote to David Cameron when I was 8 years old. Just to give you a little hint to what I might study. It goes as follows. Mr. David Cameron MP, leader of the Conservatives. Dear Mr. Cameron, I am writing because I am interested in politics, economy, immigration and taxes. My name is Eve. I am 8 years old, and I have 2 chickens in my garden. One of them is called Enid Blyton, and the other one, Agatha Christie. They are named after authors because my family likes books. Do you? My birthday is on the 3rd of March. When's yours? At the moment, we don't know who has won. It is a hung parliament. How do you feel now it is a hung parliament? Do you like the other leaders, in brackets, Gordon Brown, Nick Clegg? Or do you like their ideas? I hope you can come to our school. Can't wait for your reply. Yours sincerely, Eve. Any guesses? There we go! Politics. I'm a politics student. Any politics students in the crowd? Woo! Yeah! Let's cheer for our lack of job prospects. Yay! Good job, us. Well, thanks everyone for coming. It's really fun because I think that a lot of stand-up comedians do it because they like to make people laugh. Not me. I do it purely for attention. Thanks for fueling my addiction, I really appreciate it. But it's funny because when you're from a big family, you think you want attention all the time, and then when you get attention, you fucking hate it. It's like the worst thing ever. And there was this one time, I'll take you back. This one time, we were on holidaying in France, and my family went on this thing called a luge, which is like a slide down a mountain. I don't really know. It's like the thing in the skiing season, but we were there in the summer, so it was like a dry luge. I don't know. Anyway, you see like a little toboggan, and then like for context. To go faster, you pull towards you, and then to go slower, you pull away from you. We were going on this luge, and I'd always gone on like the little kiddie, like the one for pussies, like the one where you go really slow with your parents. But this time I was like, nah, I'm gonna go in the big boy one. I've got this. I'm gonna go with the ones with my siblings go on. This is gonna be so cool. So I go and I queue up, and my siblings are behind me, and they're like, fucking go so fast. Go so fast. Big kids one. So I was like, okay. So I start off, and I'm going like full pelt. And there's a sign that says slow down, and I'm like, fuck that. Otherwise I'm gonna get yelled at. So I like go on full pelt ahead, and there is like a little bump, and that's the reason why I told you to slow down, because like if you go too fast over the bump, then you fall off. And I was like, nah, let's go. So I go like full steam ahead, and I go over the bump and land like all crooked. And so I'm like going up and down the slides of this luge, the dry luge, and I'm like going up and down, and I'm like slowly realizing that I am completely losing control of my toboggan. And obviously, the more panicked I get, the closer I hold the clutch to myself. All I'm doing is going faster, and suddenly I just have this like epiphany where I'm like, I need to get out. I need to fix this. So I like James Bond roll myself out of the toboggan onto the grass, and then I'm standing at the top of a mountain with no way of getting down. In like the strappiest sandals you ever seen in your life. And bear in mind, my siblings come down, and they're like, and the next one comes down and is like, and I'm like, right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to walk down. So off I go, trotting down the mountain in my strappy little sandals I'm wearing, my t-shirt that says "Mind over Matter." T-shirt, great t-shirt. And so I'm walking down the mountain, and as I'm walking, I'm getting angrier and angrier because I just know that when I get onto the bottom, I'm going to be the centre of attention, and they're all going to make a massive deal about it. It's not a big deal. It's just because I just like made a mistake. you know, I don't want them to make a big deal out of it. So I was like, oh, I'm going down, and I'm stomping, and my sandals are flapping, and my top is blowing in the mountain air. And but bear in mind, this whole time, I'm failing to remember that my parents are standing at the bottom, and they've just watched this empty toboggan slide down in front of them without their child in it. But I am pissed. And I go down there and I am the centre of attention and I hate it. God, awful. But it's not the first time I've disappointed my mother. Not the first time. You know, she sent me to a lovely big university like this, lots of Jews. You know, she wanted me to find a nice Jewish boy. And then she looked at my mullet and she looked at my septum piercing. And she said, oh, what a nice Jewish girl. But, you know, it was Yom Kippur recently. Yeah? Let's not cheer, it's the Jewish Day of Atonement. Come on, guys. Respect. Jesus. But actually, the most stressful part about Yom Kippur, you'd think that fasting for 25 hours, like no food or drink, would be the most stressful part, but actually, the meal that you have before is very stressful because you have to make a meal that will sustain you for the next 25 hours, right? And this year I had to do it without my family, and I invited some friends over, and and I was like, you know what, jacket potatoes, put them in the oven, don't need to worry about them. So putting jacket potatoes, our oven, you know, it's a student house, it's not great. But put them in like an hour before they come, right? They come at like 20 to 6. And then I'm like, yeah, it's fine, the potatoes are ready. And then we open the door and the potatoes aren't ready. And the fast comes in at 17 past 6. So like we're against the clock. We're fighting the minutes as they're counting down as our potatoes still aren't ready. And we've got like beans on the hob too early because I thought the potatoes would be going to be ready. And then we have like grated cheddar on the side. We have tuna, which I don't eat because I'm vegetarian, like whatever. I'm just a really good person. But anyway, we're sitting there and we're talking and we're chilling and then like, you know, the clock hits like 10 past 6 and like shit hits the fan because we're like, nah, we've got 7 minutes to prepare for the next 25 hours. We gotta get this food down or it doesn't matter how cooked the potatoes are. So the potatoes come out the oven, there's like 8 of them, there's 3 of us eating. Potatoes on the table, we've got overcooked beans in a bowl, we've got grated cheddar, we've got tuna, and we have my friend and she's like shoveling tuna into her mouth, like no mayo, naked tuna. Got my other friend in the corner, like, you know, inhaling biscuits straight out of the packet, and the mains weren't ready yet. And then I'm sitting there on the table, like scraping little bits of potato, going, no, it's actually this bit's cooked. Yeah, stressful. And then we had to atone. Not a great day. Well, I've had worse recently because this weekend I missed Strictly. I mean, I'm going to catch up, don't worry, no spoilers, please. But I did miss Strictly this weekend, which was like, that's on me. Like, just meant for a shit weekend because like I didn't have Strictly. Are any of you watching Strictly at the moment? Great!
Not a student thing.
No, I'm kidding. No, I've been watching Strictly and you know, actually I think the weirdest time I ever watched Strictly was, because that is a weirdest time. It is the weirdest time I ever watched Strictly. It was very bizarre. I was home from a night out on a Saturday night. I'm very cool. I'm like a uni student, so I go out on the weekends. I was out on the weekend, I came back, I'm sitting on the doorstep of my house with my laptop watching Strictly. Okay? Bear with me. And okay, I'm just going to read out this story because I wrote it down the morning after, like the hour after it happened, so that in the morning I wouldn't think it was a dream. Because when I tell you this is the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me. Okay, get ready. And this is literally just me writing down exactly what happened. Right, so there's some people. They noticed the house was open and they went to see. They saw me and started chatting. One of them bent over, and the other one spread cream cheese on a piece of bread on their back, which they had stolen from a house party along with a spoon to spread it. So then the third person starts talking about how they had gone to Lidl and there wasn't any cream cheese. And they were really sad, so they had to come back the next day and get cream cheese. And then the one who's spreading the cream cheese stands up while eating cream cheese on bread and is like, "That's ridiculous, Lidl didn't have any cream cheese. Bomb Lidl." So then his girlfriend, the one that was bent over, stands up and is like, "Oh God, don't start that again." And then starts explaining that he got so mad at Spotify because he said their shuffle was bullshit. Because he had made one playlist with one Kendrick Lamar album and one Drake album, and the Spotify shuffle played all of the Kendrick Lamar songs before it played any of the Drake songs. So then he tweeted, "Bomb Spotify." And then he got banned for being a bomb scare. And it's banned his IP address, so he can never make a new account. And then he starts banging on about the fact that he has to use his girlfriend's phone to log into Twitter so he can tweet about Elon Musk. But then his girlfriend is always playing Clash of Clans. She never lets him on her phone. And then they all ate their cream cheese bread and left. What a story! What a story! Strictly, it really brings us together. I've always loved Strictly because I love the idea of like the dancing and the outfits, and from a very young age I always wanted to be on Strictly. And then I like very quickly realised like I was not gonna be a professional dancer. So then I like wanted to go for like the D-list celebrity route instead. That's why I'm doing this. Thank you for supporting the cause. On the GoFundMe. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I always just thought like, oh, it'd be so fun to be on Strictly and to like have that experience in that like British TV show. But like, since none of you watch Strictly, what's some of your favourite British TV shows? You can tell me. Go on. One of you. Favourite? What's your favourite British TV show?
The Crown.
Ooh. Fair. That's decent. What about you? What's your favourite?
Gavin and Stacey.
Oh, excellent. Excellent one. Absolutely. Yes, very good. My favourite, thank you for asking, is a little show called Naked Attraction. It's a great show. It's very, if you don't know the premise of Naked Attraction, it is a show where they get one person who is fully clothed, and they look at a bunch of people in these like tubes who are all naked, and then like the bar like slowly rises as they show more of their body, and then the person has to like eliminate them and then pick one to go on a date. And it is the concept of the show is really weird, because like, you know when people say like, oh, if you're nervous to go on stage, like imagine the audience naked. It's like that, except real, and then you have to date one of them. I just like, what? But I think my favourite part about the show is like that weird little bit where they like show the graphics of like some like weird statistic about sex. And it's like from a survey in 2018. Shows that 90% of women prefer sex without men. And then it like switches back to like whoever the Claudia Winkleman, I don't know, whoever the one is. And she kind of goes, "So Suzanne, which cock do you prefer?" What's going on? Like, and then the last bit has to be where they make the person at the end, the person who gets eliminated first. They do an interview with them where they're like, "Oh, you know, it wasn't what I intended, but you know, I'm very excited to go back to school and teach some kids." You don't have a job anymore. Like, do you know what are you doing? But honestly, serious question. If you were on Naked Attraction, would you want to be like the one that was naked from the get-go, or like the one that's picking? Naked, the naked one. That's so fair. Would everyone want to be the naked one?
No, I want to be picking.
Picking.
Cheer if you like. Cheer if you like.
Picking.
I think you lose that one.
Do a sample.
No, to play devil's advocate, I do think that like if you're gonna do it, you might as well like just go the whole way. You might as well like just be naked. I feel like you might as well just be naked. Like don't half-ass. Like literally don't half-ass it. Do you know what I mean? Like you might as well just like go the whole way. But I've always been like very good at devil's advocate because I was on the debate team in school. Yeah. And there was one special little story where we went on a debate trip to Austria. You know, as a Jewish person, being carted off to Austria in a big group of people didn't do great things for my generation. But we made it, and they did this event which was called Austropop. A party where they, you know, shared Austrian culture with us, which I was super excited about. And they sat us all down in this hall. I had no idea what to expect. They sat us all down in this hall, and the mayor of this town, we were in Straum. The mayor of this town comes out, you know, very, very little man in his very littlest best shirt. Comes out, the mayor, and he goes, hello everyone, welcome to our town, and we have a, I want to introduce you to the teacher of the school here in Straum. Okay, and the teacher stands up and she goes, hello, the children they have provided a presentation. Where are you going? you should know. You should not stand up during someone's stand up. They're going to draw attention to that. Where are you going? You're going to get some water. Yeah. Especially before Yom Kippur. So the teacher stands up and says, hello, welcome to our town. As the children have done a presentation for you. I am now going to hand over to the children. So this little chorus of Austrian children lines up on the stage, and she passes down to the first little Austrian child and is like, hello everyone. We have been doing a project about bats. Bats? Cool. Okay, passes down to the next Austrian child. She goes, we have been doing a project about bats, and we have made bat boxes. Bat boxes. I don't know what a bat box is. There were bat boxes though on the screen behind. They were making bat boxes. I don't know. I mean, they were boxes. Passes down to the next Austrian child. He says very sweetly, we were very efficient. Taking the piss. Come on. I mean, if you want to be efficient at anything, it's making bat boxes, of course. But she then passes down to the very smallest, very littlest Austrian child who says, we now have a dance for you about the bats. I shit you not. The lights go down. The song Where Them Girls At. And Austrian children appearing from utterly nowhere come on the stage and do an entire routine dressed as bats. So, you know what? Fuck Brexit. And, you know, after this is all finished, join me downstairs for a little Austropop party. It's been a great audience. Thank you.